I'm not sure if I got it or not. If you're here, can you try chatting, typing something in the chat box?
59445. 35 your message.
Don't switch to one, I'm still here, I'll get over. 4101 Island Avenue, discharge and report of death and progress for the white 2022 Infiniti Q60 that was taken. No flash on the rush on the
Alright, 222.
Hello? Our care being the DC, the whole stuff, please.
RTCA.
RCA.
Could you reach out to the information for Frederick, please?
Princess Charles, can I be gonna call RTC with that info?
There was a Burgundy Ford Fusion second car in the handicap spot in front of
And like headquarters to the incoming weather, we already went through that stuff.
Burgundy Ford Fusion.
Okay, then the new GOA. No Burgundy Fusions around here. We'll wait on the best time then.
And you received thanks.
Thank you, 27. The resume from Charles, 6101 Franklin, business close to the downtown. And you can pick up at the power on Glenlock.
You said the server 62 on my card? Disregard.
If you're here, can you try to chat, type something in the chat box to see if it works?
People can slow down.
Person one. Second district, unit 7326, guys are slowing down. Fifty Charlie.
Yes, ma'am, I know you're busy. Whenever you get assignment, you can clear the 7 jobs that I sent you.
Got it, sir. Give me a minute, I'll get to it.
RTC.
RTC8.
Yes, ma'am, I don't think anyone answered. I'll just have 1513 reach out, please.
1513, when you get a second, can you reach out to RTC with that info? Alright, ready at 222?
Are you able to hear me okay?
Gonna be recovered prior to, reporting police. You are CS and Pennsylvania. Will be recovered by all.
Is everything okay out there? Because it did come in as a set of partners as well.
No, ma'am. Everything's fine.
Exactly. And plus when something breaks live and when I do updates to a certain post, you'll hear it without having to refresh your page, especially with the dirt bikes. When I was doing my updates, you had to refresh your page on Facebook in order to see my updates. But this way you'll be able to hear the updates as I'm telling them. I just got to invest in a good microphone so everyone can hear me better.
Person by 15 units, trying to 6 times 11, slow it down.
I thought about this before doing it like live like this. I did it back in I think it was 21 or 22. I did it. I did 3 videos, but I never stay with it. But I think being live on YouTube is a lot easier to inform people because it's live. I mean, you hear me as it happens, and you can also hear my scanner and radio in the background probably. Like earlier with the dirt bikes and the ATVs, that was wild. It was too much to post. They were everywhere. 95 Boulevard, Tacony, everywhere.
William 1. Sorry, you're totally unreadable.
Can I get a set for a completed correspondence? 1537 Harrison.
I just got to figure out, all the gadgets and settings on this, because I think it says there's 3 viewers in here now, but I can't see who they are. It just says 3 viewers.
34 in headquarters, I'll take care of 7147.
I have anyone with the key for 5211. Learner's Point, there's a plate unlocked in there.
I don't know if I stopped the stream or not. I'm testing the buttons here. Sorry.
Where's he?
Okay, 180.
And 75180.
One location on Charles Street.
Where's he?
I'll eventually figure it out like anything. Just gotta play around with it.
RTC.
RTC8.
Sorry, keep bothering you. I'll take a phone call from anybody. That's the basic information.
And Dora, are you still in here?
Take some info from Charles Street. Can you please give RTC a call?
It's down to one. Well, no one's left. It's no viewers left. Everyone left.
First amount of force, you can come out before the person was on 7,000 per gas, super belt on the highway, someone is shooting, I don't know if there's no entry. And 14, before the person was on.
Oh, another shooting in the 14th. Stand by. Another shooting in the 14th. Let me switch over real quick.
Here's the back.
1400, you can, reservations from this will start as high.
Here's the back, so the person was on 7,000 Cedar Park Avenue.
It shows there's 2 viewers in here. Can you say hi in the chat so I know who you are, please?
24, you make this on down, there's a huge drop, you can use the parking on 46 car, what that's.
1535.
You made the first round in the office. 33 days, different call.
Fifteen ten one.
1575.
Looking for your phone.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a lot better rather than typing in the Facebook. This is a lot better because it's you hear it as it happens. Can you hear me okay? Can you, if you can hear me okay, type in 1 if you can hear me okay.
35, 15.
Thank you. I'm also Morel Park. I'm just off Academy Road.
So you have the numbers of the air on the right. Thank you.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I definitely like this better. Definitely like this better because it's live. You can hear it as it happens. So you'll be informed just like that. Oh, you're not too far from me. I'm right by Academy Plaza. I'm literally 30 seconds from Academy Plaza. The 8th District is my neighbor.
38.
Proceed.
Yeah. Don't jinx yourself. Hopefully it stays that way, Kelly.
Yes,
14-6.
1100 East Shelton Ave. Can I get a number for a safety check?
Don't mind the clutter on my cabinet. I got some weed killer I had to mix up. That's what that is on the counter behind me. So I wouldn't say I'm friends with him, but I know of him. I have nothing more to say about that situation.
First amount of 14. Person with a weapon. 435 East Walnut Lane. Juvenile calling in reference to father versus the mother.
14th is busy tonight. A lot of calls come out with guns on the 14th.
Person with a weapon at 435 East Walnut Lane. On second floor. Juvenile calling in reference to mother's violence fight. The father on the line.
214.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been doing it for 9-10 years now, so something I enjoy doing. But I think this YouTube channel is going to be a lot better because you'll get informed as it happens. It'll be live, so that you don't have to. Oh, sorry about it. Hold on, please. Hello. All right. Everything all right? All right.
14 could be one.
See ya. That was my brother. Sorry. I used to live in Fishtown. I lived down there. I moved up here in 21. I lived in Fishtown since 1965. And I moved up here in 2021. Fishtown has definitely changed down there. No parking. You leave your parking, you pull out of your parking space, it's going 3 seconds later. Too much congestion. It's too packed down there. Yeah, they're expensive houses down there. Expensive houses. Kelly, did you have a relative named Howard who used to live in Bridesburg? I used to be a volunteer in Bridesburg ambulance back in the day, and there was another volunteer. His name was Howard with your last name.
234 Saturday on Mill Saturday, 11 Can you from the airport, please?
His name was Howard?
270. 234 coming in. They need that report.
Wow. I'm wondering if did he volunteer at Bridesburg ambulance? This was back in the 80s. I'm talking a while ago.
Then 14 gives the fine 7,000. Cedar Avenue, the personal guns will be unfounded. 7,000 Cedar Avenue.
Wow, how about that? Small world. Yeah, I volunteered at Bridesburg Her name was Nancy Land. She was the chairman at Bridesburg Ambulance. That's Nancy Land was her name. She lives on Bridge Street. That's who signed me up. Wow, I'm up to 5 viewers. I'm getting popular. Jack Twist, yes. He lived on Bridge Street with his mother. He moved away. He lived on Bridge Street across from Alice Coffee. He moved to Florida, and he recently passed away down there. We were good friends. I was friends with him. Another guy named Roy. Like I said, Nancy Land. She was a chairperson of Bridesburg Ambulance.
A female in a white Toyota Venza, flashed a firearm. They were last seen westbound. Martin Luther King Drive and Sweetbriar Drive. Report of a person with a gun. It was a white Mercedes van. Tag Victor X-ray Tom 3041. I saw when a female complainant in a white Toyota Venza.
I don't remember Paul. I'm not familiar with Paul. He may have been before my time, but he doesn't sound familiar.
Martin Luther King Drive, Sweetbriar Drive. Report of a person with a gun. Tag westbound. Occupant of a white Mercedes van.
Well, Jack, he was in the academy class after me. I was 293. He was in class 294. He graduated right after me in the academy. Everyone goes to Florida. Yeah, Florida's too hot for me. I'm not a heat person. I hate the heat. Florida's nice, but I couldn't live there year round. Yeah, I like this better. I like this better than Facebook. I like this. Can you hear me okay? And of course, as soon as I go live on YouTube, the scanner goes quiet. There's nothing to report. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I remember, like I said, I remember Howard from Bridesburg Ambulance. It was Bridesburg 15 and Bridesburg 16 was the two rig numbers. Now I think the building is some kind of a politician's office. Some councilman or somebody has that building. Richmond and Nash, right across from the school. Ash or Kirkbride. Yeah, I know it's some politician. When I ride by, because my two brothers are still down in Fishtown, my parents' house. They're still down there. So every once in a while, I have to venture down to Fishtown, which I hate because there's always some kind of construction going on, and you got to turn this block, turn that block. And Laurie's Deli was right up the street from the firehouse. Was that Richmond and Pratt on the corner? Laurie's Deli. Matter of fact, Alice Coffee was on Bridge Street. Roman Haas.
Charlie.
Frankfurt, Arizona. I was like a spit away from where I lived at. I was at Trenton and Dolphin. It's actually, you said Frankfurt, Arizona. Actually, it's Trenton, Arizona, because Frankfurt, Arizona doesn't meet actually. It's Trenton, Arizona. But I lived right there, right by AC Auto. AC Auto's still there. And I lived next to the old 26th Police District at Trenton and Dolphin. It's now a credit union and an apartment complex. My house was right next to it. We had a party wall. My alley was in between my house. Yeah, right on the corner of Trenton and Dolphin.
4600 Frankfurt.
Small world, small world. I'm gonna check my Facebook real quick because I'm hearing people.
594.
I'm hearing people comment.
59460.
I used to drink at the old Philadelphia bar at Martha and Dolphin. But before I moved, my hangout was the Blarney Stone on York Street. That's a great bar. It's a great bar. Yeah, there's quite a few active and retired cops in my group. Quite a few. I was the best job I ever had. Front row seat to the best show on earth. Yes, I do. Timmy Booth, they lived on Tulip Street. Timmy Booth. Yep. I know the Booths. With Tulip and Norris or Tulip and Susky that lived. Yeah, is it one of the booths as a fireman at Huntington and Aramingo? Is that a booth, or I know there's someone in that family. He's a fireman at Engine Ladder 16 station. Actually, I missed the old Fishtown back in the 70s. I wish things were the same back in the 70s. It was so different the world was back then. Could leave your doors open, your windows unlocked, and never have to worry about people. But not today. Whole different world back in the 70s. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's I know it's do you know the Walls family that used to live on Trenton Avenue? They're related. The Booths are related to the Wallaces somehow, and I know the person who's a firefighter. He's somewhere in that family. He's signed to Ladder 16. He may be a Booth. He may not be a Booth. I'm not positive, but I know he's somewhere related to them somehow. Well, I'm up to 9 viewers. Okay. I worked for before I became a cop, I was a medic on private companies. I worked for Greater Philadelphia Ambulance. Nickname was GAP. It was Greater Philadelphia. I worked for Greater Philadelphia. I worked for Procore. I worked for Quality Ambulance. I worked for like 4 or 5 different companies before I became a cop. But Quality Ambulance, oh my God, it was a shit place. That was down on Cal Hill, 10th and Cal Hill. They had a trailer for an office, and it was horrible. They had the worst vehicles, always breaking down.
Just before you Cassidy Road, off ramp.
But Greater Philadelphia Ambulance, that was a great company to work for. Northeast Hospital, yep. That was a very happening hospital back in the day. I was born in St. Mary's, which is now a senior living facility, but all my brothers were born in St. Mary's. Small world. Hey, Carlos, did you make it in here yet? Did the link work? If you're here, Carlos, say hello. I know there's a way of seeing who's inside the chat room, but I haven't figured out. If this shows me the number of people in the chat, but ladder engine 6 was going for a while. Engine 6, ladder 16, and medic 8 was in that house.
Thank you.
When I first came out of the academy, I went to the 25th district, the old building, front West Warren. I spent most of my career there in that building. They made rooms out of rooms in that building. That was clustered. That was clustered. I can't believe how quiet the radio got. Being in Indiana, boy, that's a busy area. Hey, Carlos, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Now, everyone finally put a face with the name. Like I said, don't mind the clutter behind me on the counter. That's my weed. I had to mix my weed killing stuff up. I was just too lazy to do it. Is my YouTube channel named Philly Crime Alerts? Is that the name you see when you come into my channel? Is it named Philly Crime Alerts or something different? Yeah, I actually like this better. I think this will work out better. But of course, as soon as I go live, the scanner goes quiet, which is good, but it was jumping earlier. I just got to figure all the gadgets, all the buttons, all the settings. Because it just shows me how many members are here. Doesn't show me who they are. I'm sure I know there's a way of looking who it is, but I can't figure it out yet. Not important though. Well, I'm glad it's working. I'm going to end this stream here so I can work on to try to figure more things out so it could be easier for me and better for you guys. So if anything breaks, I'll let everybody know. See ya and thank you.